Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. This is Jonas Brasco. We are. I do not care about that. And right now, I'm just making sure everything is on. And right now, I'm just making sure everything is on. If people can hear me loud and clear, that is awesome. The bubble song is going right now. I'm not even going to get into that. That's good on them. If nothing else, I say this: they do come. The people are on the pit. Sorry, the teams are heading onto the pitch right now. And Fulham. I mean, it's hard considering everything that's going on, but for those who are watching, gotta remember Fulham is a win here, and Fulham will already have a greater win total than they did all of last season. I mean, then at the same time last season. And people may not realize it, but last year Fulham last year had their best point total ever in the Premier League. So despite everything, it is good to keep in mind. In any case, my name is Jonas Brasco. We are in the we are away style today. And hopefully everybody who is watching is enjoying this game. Thanks. I hope everyone who had a good Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever you celebrate, hopefully it was great for you. Because it seems like we have a worldwide audience. So I'm going to keep that in mind. They are still they are still going through the lines and stuff because I'm currently on I'm in the United States, so Peacock is the one showing this game. Nigeria actually plays later on today. So I'll be keeping an eye on that game because of course I need to make sure all my players come back healthy. And because it is 10 o'clock where I'm located, the the Jamaican Guinness Punch will have to wait till halftime. But I do have my milk. I actually put a post. I do have my milk. I do have my Guinness, some nutmeg, and everything else. And I need to go ahead and make sure my door is closed. Good morning, Edmund. You saw the lights on? Just slide the thing on the bottom. Thank you very much. No, I said slide the thing on the bottom. Thank you very much. I'm gonna try my best not to be too loud. And we have kicked off at London Stadium. So hopefully this will be. As you see, we got our current lineups up there. Despite everything, West Ham still has a lot of a good shot into this game. Fulham's trying for their first time to have this season, which will be amazing and a great way to end it, a 3-game away winning streak, or even just going undefeated in 3 games. Because it was a penalty, it's really hard to be like Fulham's going to dominate this game, or it really is like when you're scrappy. I mean, everyone knows this. When you're at the bottom of the table, you got nothing to lose. There's things you can try. Should make it interesting. No, it'll be halftime, and just in in everything that I looked, and for people who want to join later on, I don't want anyone to think like, oh, it's not official, but I will be using the official Guinness recipe. So it will be whole milk, Guinness, condensed milk because Nutriment is not available in my area. Nutmeg, cinnamon, and vanilla. So it'll be it will be that recipe. One thing that does suck, even though we for the most part Fulham is pretty healthy, is there will be no there will be no Ryan Sessegnon. He was not on the bench, and we have an 18-year-old from the that has not striker that has not made an appearance yet. So we'll be seeing. Hopefully, it won't get to that point, but if it does, it does, and we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it accordingly. And people are worried about West Ham 6 games. Oh yeah, I've never drank it without Oh, believe me, I looked. I definitely looked for the um it's like nourishment or nutriment, and it's like yeah, it did not. Unfortunately, like I said, it did not have that option because of where I'm located, and I would actually have to order a can. I would have to order a box of it from Amazon in order to get it here, and it wouldn't have even made it on time because of course, it's Amazon. So, and of course, they go the full like Jamaican Guinea punch recipe. So this is the I don't know if you were on a that will be the recipe that I'm using. I don't know if you'll be on if you're on your phone or if you're actually at a computer, but yes, that's the one because they did that because it says Guinness.com English US experience. So that's the one they gave me to work with. And of course, on-screen rules will be put at the top. No spoilers. Be respectful. Yada yada. So a lot of people who've watched the stream enough, they know the deal. Still trying my best to get on watchalongs.com, but not there yet. Not popular enough yet. No, Lukic did not lean in. There was no leaning. There is no leaning through. There is no leaning by anyone. No one cares that much. But yeah. But for those who did celebrate Boxing Day yesterday, happy Boxing Day. Unfortunately, there was only one match, and I did not care. In fact, I don't know anyone who cared. That wasn't, that was not Manchester United or Newcastle. Jimenez, okay. Yeah, that wouldn't even been a try in rugby. As always, Fulham's doing a good job. Just kind of the thing is, possession great, but What needs to happen is obviously, and we've sped up a little bit. So now, anyone who's watching, you know exactly where I'm at. I'm about the 6:35 mark. Wilson shoots. Oh, and Areola with a great tip save. Oh no. Oh yeah, no, I imagine. Right now, the only one who scored that I've seen so far is Brentford 1-0 over Bournemouth. And it was Kevin Sade that scored in the 7th minute. So if he's on your fantasy team, great. Oh, and Igor Thiago. But Harry Wilson, short corner. Smith Rowe tried the fancy pass but couldn't find anyone to actually pass it to. But the rest of the matches are currently at 0-0. Those matches are Arsenal Brighton, Burnley, Everton, Liverpool, and Wolves. All I can say is this would this would not be a great time for Liverpool. I mean, for Wolves to get some points, but if they're going to get any type of points and not not have the Derby County fate or the Preston North End fate, then this is the time to do it. But every Fulham fan remembers last year with Rodrigo Muniz scoring in the 95th minute to give Fulham their first win at Stamford Bridge since the 1970s 2-1. And of course, the only thing that can definitely be better is literally what we're seeing here, which is a 3 points for Fulham will actually give them to a higher point total compared to last year at this time. So it'll be a great way to close out 2025. Which, yes, there may not be any trophies, but there have been plenty of memorable moments. No. All right, and if there are any West Ham fans, how are you doing? My name is Jonas Braska with Up the Fulham. Even though we're not along on those famous streams, we are, as far as I'm concerned, the only live watch along and reaction stream devoted primarily to Fulham Football Club. Or yeah, they want to remember the Berliner goal, but nonetheless, we're just. If anyone is expecting anything special in this game, a moment of magic, that's I think how this is going to happen, or a red card. Right now, I didn't really have a prediction, but I still have this. I actually have this as either a 1-1 draw or 2-1 Fulham. Because everything where I talk about where Fulham's, I do have a whole keys to win thing, but Fulham, it's really, really simple. Score 2 goals. I mean, like, that's really it. Just score 2 goals. And there's nothing. And then one of the things the commentators looking is like for West Ham, really good opportunity. Kevin's able. Oh, they're gonna give a foul on Kevin on which I don't know about that, but it happened. Sick while trying to recover the ball. Kevin does trip Lagasa. Not necessary. It wasn't necessary. There was Wilson was there to try to help out. Almost scored, went past the keeper, but hit the post and bounced out. Okay. No, if I'm Liverpool, that's the thing. I'm trying to score. I'm trying to score quick. Kill whatever momentum. The longer that game goes 0-0, the more likely Wolves will try to steal something. The thing with West Ham has only scored 19 goals. Fulham has scored 24. We're going to put that at 21 technically because three were gifted goals by other teams. For the longest time until Harry Wilson had his game, own goal was literally the leading scorer up until maybe about a month ago. Anyway, there was a foul. West Ham's playing advantage. Walker trying to get it in. And it's going to be a corner. It was knocked out by Cuenca. And you see at the bottom, we do have a little score thing for various top tier leagues in Europe. And West Ham will get another corner because it was knocked out. It looked by possible looks like Tente. Okay, no, they're gonna say Anderson. Joaquim Anderson does have the armband for Fulham today. He's had it for several games, and for the most part, he's done a good job. That's been probably one of the better things for Fulham in the last few games is the back line has actually been a little bit more solid, especially with Anthony Robinson being back in the lineup. That's one of the big things that I'm happy about. Robinson, Tete. Bowen shot. Leno had to save it. And it's going to be a corner for West Ham. Bowden was a good drive on the inside, right side. Looks like he's a solid. I'm going to look at the replay again. Solid right hand shot, right foot shot, slide tackle. Look, Kawenka played it safe. And now it is a corner for West Ham. West Ham has definitely been the better team in the last 4 minutes or so. We're slowly approaching the 16th minute corner. Leno punches it out, er, and Somerville goes high. Very dangerous kick. We're gonna look at we're looking at a replay from Anderson because that may be he's going for it. He gets the ball. He gets the ball. Anderson is right there. It's close, but Somerville does get the ball. A little bit dangerous, but I don't think that's a card. But it definitely is a goal kick for Fulham. And there's a whistle foul. And it looks like it was that yeah, that was Sasha Lukic. Looks like Kilman and Fernandez. They were going after the ball. Yes, it's a free kick, no foul, no card. It just was not a little bit awkward. And there are people, yeah, there are West Ham fans waving red cards saying no more BS. They're aimed at David Sullivan, which I guess is the caretaker. Areola comes out to grab the Jimenez header. West Ham still trying to get themselves break. Kevin with the chop that did not hit the mark. West Ham maintaining possession, slow the game down a little bit. Good by Harry Wilson. Emil Smith Rowe trying to get to Kevin. Kevin just get and it's interrupted. Smith Rowe was trying to cross into Kevin. Kevin, I don't think he saw it. Instead, it's a break. It's for Bowen. Flag is down, and Leno dives, and it's offsides. I don't know why they let it play as long as it did, but that was a nice quick counter. And yeah, Bowden's definitely offside, but still great idea from West Ham. And a great job. Kawinka gets there. I mean, the shot still happens, but it is just cutting down the line. Wow. Okay, got caught a little bit off the replay there, and yeah, it looks like it's going to be finally a corner kick for Fulham. They have not been nearly as aggressive as not nearly as aggressive as I would have liked, but so far so good. It's going to be okay. It's not Harry Wilson. It's Sasha Lukic that's going to take the corner. And by watching both of these teams, it's very, very clear that maybe, just maybe, it may be this is a one goal game. According to the back, Kevin comes across to the right side, which is not Harry Wilson. And West Ham takes it. Debo was the one who got the head. Anderson is really far up front. Late, late, late. It was a late tackle. There's no way to say it. It was a late tackle. He tries and he tried. He came late. Nothing malicious, but he definitely came late. I mean, like I wouldn't be surprised if it was a yellow, but yeah, he definitely dodged the bullet. In the meantime, West Ham, the number 10, Lucas. West Ham was trying to walk it in. That wasn't going to happen. They had to get it back out. Fulham has men back. It was they tried to slide it into Bowden, but Bowden couldn't get to it, and Fulham's going to have a goal kick. 21st minute, Fulham Fulham nil, West Ham nil. Once again, this is Jonas Braska with Up the Fulham. Arsenal has gotten one on on Brighton. Odegaard scored in the 14th minute there. Beyond that, no other updates. City beat Forest 2-1 yesterday, and Man U won the early game against Newcastle. Chelsea and Aston Villa at 12:30 my time will be the late game. And then there'll be two tomorrow, which will be Sunderland and Leeds and Crystal Palace and Spurs. And it's interesting, like there's West Ham has definitely been the more aggressive team. Two offsides already. And they're saying right now that in derbies, West Ham is 0-5-0. No wins, 5 losses, no draws. And they're mentioning right now that this is West Ham's 13 lowest point total since they were regulated in 2010 2011. Which, if nothing else, the one thing that would be very ironic and also very, very bad for them is if they were to go down and Millwall was to go up since they're fighting for playoffs down in the championship. Anthony Robinson on that left side has possession, trying to find, can't find anyone in the box, goes back out. Sacha Lukic, some very questionable passing. Now West Ham, and no foul. Nuno tried to go through. He was not. I mean, they get the ball tripped up a little bit. Out to Harry Wilson on that right side, and they're going to send it back. Robinson to Smith Rowe. What's being nice right now is Fulham is trying to get a little bit of possession, but Walker Peters, great job on defense, just kind of poking the ball away, sending Fulham a little bit back further in the pitch. Fulham has not really had a lot of possession on their side. Tried a little bit of a long ball to get Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe is able to get the deflection, and it's going to be a throw in for Fulham. Oh, nice. They tried to tried a long ball to Smith Rowe, cruising into the box, and West Ham's like, we're not gonna do that, and it goes out for a corner. And it looks like it's gonna be both Lukic and Wilson. One of the two of them were gonna go ahead and fish this out. Each team has 3 corners. Like, well, maybe 0-0. It's not neither. Both teams have been aggressive. It's not like it really is anyone's game. But it's things like this off of set pieces that definitely make a difference. Fernandez is able to get it out. West Ham's trying to make a break. Bowden, Bowen, Anthony Robinson. Great defending by Robinson. Robinson forces him out, and West Ham has to reset. Somerville, 2 men on him. Somerville in the box. Corner towards the back. Header. To Ollie Scarles. Clean header. He just heads it out of bounds. Like, to be honest, I mean, I think Leno had it, but there was no one there. Tete was definitely beat. Leno, actually, no, that's on, if that's on frame, that's 1-0 West Ham. I'm not sure Leno would have. I'm not sure Leno would have had that. That should have been 1-0 West Ham. Ref is oh gosh. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go ahead and say the thing that no one wants to say. Chris Kavanaugh is the ref, and all I can say is please do not look at his teeth. It literally, if corn can stain, that's exactly what they look like. Long ball tried to get for Kevin. Kevin did not come back on it by any means, so West Ham easily gets possession back. Pass Walker Peters slides. Somerville was in the middle, but the touch was too much, and it's going to go out. West Ham's going to have a throw in. And Kevin with the foul, but wow, and the ref is going to give the foul because it was a foul, but it was it. I don't know. I don't know if I want to call that simulate. That should have been targeted for simulation. Oh no, no, he barely touches him. It's like he clipped the back of the cleat. It's only a foul because he went down. And Kevin gets pushed. He got 10 yards. Everyone else right outside the box, rushing towards the back. Somerville. Oh, it took a deflection. Magassa had a great opportunity. If he could just would have gotten a good foot on the ball, it would have been 1-0. Great. I mean, literally, it takes a deflection off of. I'm trying to see who it got the deflection off of, because Somerville kicks deflection. All Magassa had to do was just okay, one touch, but instead West Ham's gonna get another corner. This is gonna be their fourth corner of the game. Scarless, Skulls. Kevin gets to it. Kevin. Okay, that is a handball. Here, Wilson was trying to get the free kick quickly, but West Ham is able to stop it, and just should not gonna be a delay. But Kevin, yeah, it's a handball. Scales. I mean, there's nothing else I can say about that. So Fulham taking back possession. We're slowly creeping to the 30th minute. No score here. No score, no surprise. Right now, if I had to pick with the team that looks better, it's definitely West Ham. West Ham is definitely the more likely to score as things are, but the Fulham defense has been holding itself pretty well. It's just Fulham really hasn't had a lot of breaks, and if they're gonna score, it's not gonna be off a break. Even though Robinson tried to send one into Raul, and they're trying to say that it came off the forearm, but no, not the forearm, the bicep. Mm, I mean, it is, but it's Fulham. Well, I was gonna say Fulham had the ball, but no. If I had to pick, this has definitely been West Ham's game so far. The score, it should honestly be 2-0 West Ham. West Ham has definitely been the better team, but the reason they're in the position they are is because their finishing is not the greatest. If they were able to just get that final touch, there was a header who went a little bit far. Nice pass. Kevin needs to shoot. Kevin, nothing there. It is considered a shot on goal, but there was no one around Kevin to make anything happen. And yeah, yes, Rodrigo Muniz is definitely missed. We're looking forward to him coming back in February. Ryan Sessegnon also has a couple goals for Fulham. It's just he hamstring injury, and it does go out of bounds. Kevin, a little bit of a push on Walker Peters, but Anthony Robinson is going to throw this in. Like I said, it's a like even if there's a draw in this game, unlike some of the other games, I'm not putting this as a Fulham loss. A draw would be appropriate considering all things. I don't want there to be a draw. I want Fulham to get 3 points, but with the attacking options that Fulham does have, especially one of the oldest strikers in the league. But just taking a look at the bench, it literally is Kisei Asari is really the only other striker on the team. And like I said, Seth Ridgen they brought in from the U18s. and he has not had any time yet. And I don't see him getting on the pitch unless this becomes like West Ham a 2-0 or a 2-1 game. But you do have Josh King, you do have Kisei Asari. Oh, kick save! Areola with a kick save. That's very, very rare to see. No, it is not a corner. Because that was, and it was an accidental kick save. Anderson just caught late. Wilson then tries to go in after the follow. This is where it's like you gotta. Wilson's clinging from a quarter because he was knocked. It was a fight with Tobito, but yeah, wow, Anderson, nice attempt, and it's just like you don't see. It was a sliding kick save by Areola. I would not. Wow, that was definitely Fulham's best opportunity. And Joaquin Anderson, I mean, definitely not known for scoring with his feet. But I gotta admit, that was a great shot. I mean, a very awkward save by Areola, but right now I would say that may easily be one of the best saves of the year because that's not something you would. Yeah, it was a sliding kick save, not even just like not even like just a regular kick save in the air or anything. It was a sliding kick save, and it was like a last minute because if he doesn't get that foot out, it's 1-0 Fulham. In the meantime, Leno trying to slow it down. Hillman knocks, and it's gonna be a free kick from West Ham. West Ham, Somerville with the ball. I mean, West Ham. I will say one thing they are definitely doing good is just possession. Like they're okay passing it around, but the main thing is they're maintaining Fulham. They're trying to. They're Fulham is being forced to try to go after the ball because it really is a defense. Not trying to get any fouls. They're gonna claim a foul by. And wait, is Lukic going into the? No, okay. It's just a free kick. I think Lukic was thinking he was going to go into the book. I'm looking at this replay. Yeah, Lukic comes in, but Lukic does get Lukic gets the ball. However, there is a step afterwards, and I think that was Tete. West Ham, nice free kick, maybe about 40 yards out the box. West Ham is not known for direct kick set pieces, and that's great. But the clearance, Kevin's going to try to chase after it. Walker's Peters keeps it clean. This is where I'm like, okay, get it back to the keep. West Ham, get it back to the keeper. Kevin, no reason to go that far out because now you're out of position. It's still some loose ball happening, but West Ham still just again maintaining possession. Crowd is liking it. Smith Rowe tried to get to it. Fernandez, Walker Peters passes it back. Potts tried to send a nice cross into the box, not happening. Fernandez gets it back, but Anthony Robinson, great job. However, that is going to be a corner. No, it's not a corner. Okay, not a corner. I was expecting that to be a corner for West Ham off of Anthony Robinson. I'm looking at this replay. Okay, it is a deflection, but it is going to be a goal kick. They were trying to say Robinson with a handball. There was no handball whatsoever. Awkward, yes, but no. No handball. Leno. Anderson boots it. Nice header. Harry Wilson is there, but there's no one tracking that can get the ball to. So they have to go back. Tete. Fulham takes it back. Harry Wilson back to Anthony Robinson. Anthony Robinson is not a shooter. So he has no choice. He's going to kick it back to Kalinka. Hey, just us. How are you doing? I hope you are enjoying the match so far. Even though there has not been much to say, even though the score is 0-0, both teams have had some great opportunities. Areola has definitely kept West Ham in this game. West Ham has had some opportunities. It's just having some rough touches that's keeping them for some final finishing. Each team has had enough free kicks and corners. No cards so far. Especially the captain, Jared Bowen, tries to get across into the box. Dealt with easily with Koenka. And there is a foul by West Ham onto Kenny Tete. Yeah, and Ali Scars comes in on Tete after Tete gets rid of the ball, so it's gonna be a free kick, which is just gonna be sent back to Leno and sent back to Anderson. But at Just Us, I hope you're enjoying the game so far, and hopefully you can hear me okay. If nothing else, hope you're enjoying yourself. And if you celebrate the holidays, hopefully you had a good one. We are slowly creeping to the 40th minute. Sorry. Yeah. 40th minute, no score. Just run some things down. Brentford has doubled up on Bournemouth 2-0. Arsenal still in league 1-0. And that's it. Every other game is currently 0-0. Burnley, Everton, Liverpool, Wolves, and of course, West Ham and Fulham. And that's one thing I did not have on Thursday was ham. I had roast. In the meanwhile, Smith Rose able to get it out to Kevin. Kevin with it, but there's no one around. Kevin trying to maintain. Kevin actually maintains possession, gets it to Smith Rowe, too much of a touch, and it's just going to be a goal kick. West Ham has also been the more aggressive of the teams with 7 fouls so far compared to Fulham's 4. But, and Fulham does have more possession, 57%. It's just not, it's not enough to actually bring anything. But still, Fulham has 6 shots, 3 on target. But definitely the story is Wes Areola is definitely the man of the match so far. 3 saves so far. Leno had one great save as well. Wilson back to Tete. Sasha Lukic trying to get it into Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe a little bit overzealous with the header. Now they're showing some hammers, some little hammers in the crowd. No, not West Ham's creating too much. West Ham, it does have chances. Great job. And try to get a quick freak throw in. Fulham's Kawenka's forcing West Ham back. Smith Rowe gets tried to get to Lukic. It's deflected. Has a break. Spoden slide. Offsides again. Wow. West Ham has been great with that counterattack. It's just just one moment. That's all it takes. But no, both Robinson and Tete ahead of the were ahead, and Bowden was he was clearly offsides. Robinson trying to maintain possession. That's gonna go out. That should be that's a throw in for West Ham. I wouldn't. I honestly, as things are standing, I wouldn't see more than 1 minute of stoppage. Bowen try to get to it. Booted by Cuenca. West Ham still maintain possession. Anderson heads it, but there's nowhere to go with it. Walker Peters. Walker Peters. Okay. And an unnecessary kick out of bounds by if, unnecessary kicks. Tobito, it's like yes, it's out of bounds, but then he kicks it behind the Fulham goal and he gets himself an unneeded yellow card. I get that you're frustrated, but yeah, no need for that. Sticks the tongue out like he's just like ah. Now Fulham, Harry Wilson with the ball gets to Jimenez, couldn't do anything with Tete. Tried to go into the box, no one there, and we're now in the 45th minute. Very wasted pass for Kenny Tete. And yeah, they're showing Marco Silva, and that face says it all. That face absolutely says it all. Indicator board still has not gone off yet. Like there may not even be any stoppage time. It may be a straight whistle. But Walker Peters trying to give West Ham one last shot. Bowen to Bowen, great pass to Fernandez, but once again, bad touch. No, there was no bad touch, no stoppage time whatsoever. No stoppage time whatsoever. And again, it's 0-0 at half. There is not that half had everything except scores. I don't. There's really not much else to say. It's just everything happened except someone scoring, and not so much. I mean, this game can easily be a 2-1 West Ham game, and it's just I feel bad because both teams should have points. It just was some really, yeah. I mean, there's sorry, I'm processing all of this and I'm just trying to think of the best words to say it. Is except it's just there's a reason both of these teams are at the bottom of the table. Are we sorry, are on the lower half of the table, and it's just neither of them have the finishing ability right now. Granted, Ariola has definitely been the man of the match overall. Like I'm not even. Yeah, I'm just trying to. Like, I'm just making sure of something, but yeah, there's nothing else I can say. This is definitely this game can still go anyone. This is still anyone's game. Like I'm not even gonna even pretend like there is like a straight winner right now. In fact, we'll pull up the stats real quick. Like Fulham just barely has the possession, and West Ham like they came out earlier. I mean, they really had some good opportunities, but that's the story of the match so far. It's 0-0. I am going to make myself. I'm gonna step out for a second to make myself a special drink. Since in the United States, traditionally during this time of year, eggnog is the drink of choice, but that's not the case everywhere. So we'll be trying something new today. We will be trying Jamaican Guinness Punch. And for anyone who is actually curious about what that entails, I will put a link down in the description. Well, not that link. That's my pin. That is my pin chat. So, but once again, thanks to everyone who has been watching. Once again, this is Jonas Braska with Up the Fulham. It is halftime. It is no score. I will see you folks in a few minutes. Mike is muted again. I apologize. And for anyone who is curious, did I make the drink? Yes, I did. Made it fancy too. I did make it. It took a while to just kind of get somewhere of a balance. Mm. I think I would have. This is not bad. I can understand. I can understand the appeal. I've never actually used condensed milk in a drink, and it's sweetened condensed milk. But at the same time, I think it's good, especially if you're not trying to have like an energy drink, like a Nutriment. But no, it's nice. Like I definitely understand the appeal. The Guinness gives it that Guinness has a gives a nice smell as well as a little bit of bitterness, which is not too. Which the bitterness is not too bad. Hopefully, everyone can hear me all right now. Robinson just lift into the box. Sorry about that. Hope you're okay. Remember from the game before Man U and Bournemouth. Okay. And okay, it looks like Smith Rowe may have given a knock to. I'm trying to see who is down for West Ham. It is Lucas. So Robinson gets to. Okay, Robinson gets the ball. They're trying to see if I'm trying to see if Robinson actually clipped him in the ankle because that's how that's kind of what they're trying to claim. I don't think Robinson did, but it is. But West Ham does take a quick free kick. Kevin gets it out to Anderson. Anderson trying to get to Tete. They're going to claim a foul on Anderson. I don't know if that really is, but and Yellow Teeth gets Anderson the card. But at the same time, Anderson had a rough challenge earlier, so I can understand just kind of accumulation. It is a little bit late, so I can understand why that's a yellow card. With nourishment and sweetened condensed milk, it tastes better than a milkshake. I'm not going to go that far, but I will say this. I didn't know how I'd feel about this, especially the fact that Guinness is a little bit bitter compared to some of the other stouts, like a Young's chocolate stout or um, a Dragon's Milk, or even here we have Duck Rabbit. But West Ham free kick trying to play it quickly to Bowden. Bowden into the box was trying to get to Lucas, but again another offsides for West Ham. I mean, one thing I'm noticing what West Ham is doing that Fulham is bad for doing the same thing is they're just trying to go through the middle, like straight down the middle, and that doesn't really work. They're not Neither of them are really creating a lot of plays outside of going straight to the middle, but Harry Wilson going into the box to pass to Kevin. Kevin can't get to it. Sheesh. Lukic calling for the hand. It does not look like it happened. There's a foul. Now, West Ham on the break. Somerville. Somerville, great. Try to get to Lucas. Great tackle. Great tackle by Anthony Robinson. Back to Leno. Leno, nice boot. Can Kevin get to it? No, Kevin does not. But Smith Rowe does. Anderson to Lukic. Lukic. He's looking at Harry Wilson. He's looking at Rowell. Intercepted by West Ham. Anderson gets it back. Harry Wilson on that right side. Trying to find Anderson. Anderson. Wilson. Wilson. And they're going to call a foul on Anderson. Anderson needs to be careful. Harry Wilson gets it. I'd rather it's Harry Wilson, but Anderson is going for the ball. Harry Wilson. Yeah. Harry Wilson's frustrated and kicks it. He didn't need to. He didn't need to do that. And just like that, both yellow cards. And Harry Wilson had to try to great pass to Kevin. Kevin's just not there yet. Now West Ham with the ball into the box. Robinson, nothing there. Somerville, nothing. Jimenez was trying to get something to happen, and it's gonna be a throw-in for Fulham. And we're gonna have some subs. And West Ham's gonna make the first substitution in the game. Callum Wilson's gonna come in for Somerville. Lineup has been updated. Liverpool up on Wolves 2-1. Brentford just 3-0 on Bournemouth. Arsenal 2-0 on Brighton. Burnley, Everton 0-0. Wolves 2 trailing 2-1 to Liverpool. And they were the ones. Okay, they had just scored with Bueno. But Gravenberch in the 40. Oh, okay, so they were back to back. Gravenberch 41st minute. Wirtz in the 42nd minute. But Bueno gets one back for Wolves a few minutes ago. In the meantime, we're cruising back to the Fulham game. Still 0-0. We're in the 57th minute. So as it stands, Fulham is would be 12th as far as the live table is concerned due to a point. If they're able to pull 3 out of this, then they would move. They could move up to as high as 8th. West Ham, due to Forest's loss, they'd still be 18th if they were able to get a win off of this, but they'd be a point closer. Leno, it was straight at Leno, and luckily easily to take care of. But Brentford with their 3-0 gives also West Ham a little bit of hope because it leaves Bournemouth at 22 points, Spurs at 22 points, Leeds they get to play they play Sunderland tomorrow. And with Forest loss, it's literally literally the only thing is now if Burnley wins, this score holds up, then West Ham would drop to 18th. Jimenez, yeah, they're saying right now Jimenez does need to come out. It's starting to get that slow. Callum Wilson, Fernandez, Lucas is open, and Anderson go, goes off Anderson for the corner for West Ham. Once again, it is it was a good job of Callum Wilson coming in there. Again, when I say it's anyone's game, I literally do mean it's anyone's game. Potts with the corner. Dealt with. Wilson tried to get it. No handball. And I think this is the thing again, trying to go towards the middle. Smith Rowe tried to get to it, intercepted. Lucas, like it literally is. There's 6 people for Fulham, top of the box. It's gonna be a Fulham throw, and I think I think you need to put Kisei Asari in. Let's take a quick look at the Fulham subs because they have not made any substitutions yet. You have Harrison Reed, Tom Carney, Traore. I'm not sure if we see Traore in this one. I'm not happy about all the rumors going around about him actually going to West Ham during the transfer window. That unfortunately has been one of the bigger stories coming into this game, which I'm trying not to pay attention to. But Kisei Sari, Castagna, Lecomte, Josh King, Diop, and of course Richton from the U18s. So this is his third game, but he still has not actually gotten on the pitch. So if he does, it will be his senior team debut. Jimenez, Kevin, and it's easily knocked away, and it's gonna be a throw in for Fulham. I'd respect the speed of Kevin, but it's still just he's just not able to possess the ball yet. Like I would not be. I know this sounds bad, but I would not be surprised just to get him a little bit more time. Even though not bad cross to Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson going towards the middle. Try to get it back to Anderson. Anderson wanted to shoot. Tete. Tete. Okay, that was interesting. Kete loses the ball. Anderson, great job. Jimenez. Oh no. Okay. Yeah. Raul Jimenez. He needs to come off. He's limping a little bit. He needs to come off, and he needs to come off now. That's the thing. If you're going to attack, then this is the time to do it. Fulham again. Last game, they won 1-0, but it was courtesy of a penalty. Anderson was no, that was sorry, Kawenka. Anderson still staying in the back. Fulham, nice little spell of possession. Smith Rowe to Kevin. Kevin back to Smith Rowe. Anthony Robinson. Robinson's gonna. I was gonna say Robinson was gonna shoot. Robinson again does not shoot, and just too many deflections back to the keeper. And I'm hoping that was a swing. No, I mean I don't think. I mean I hate to say it, but with Harry Wilson not scoring, this doesn't surprise me because one of the things that makes a player good are the players surrounding him. And what Lukic? Lukic was running into the boxes. He just could not get that. Went straight off the left side of his head to the left side. But a great run from Lukic. Robinson, good cross. Sees Lukic. Lukic just could not get it the other way. It goes off his left side of the head, goes straight to the left. He couldn't. If he could have gotten underneath the ball and got it right, it easily would have been a challenge. But the thing with Harry Wilson not scoring means is pretty much because Harry Wilson is now really your only threat to score. There is no Wobie, there is no Chukwueze, there is no Calvin Bassey. There is no one. Unfortunately, this is unfortunately what Avcon has done to Fulham because those are three straight up playmakers. Bassey back in the fence, so you're not having to worry about. It allows for Wilson not to so much to be focused on defense. Awobi, same thing. Shot into the box. Leno gets it out. Jimenez trying to get it to Kevin, but it is knocked away. And Kevin okay, please go off the pitch. Get off the pitch. Because now it was a throw in West Ham. They're trying to strike back quickly. Slide! Bowen! Across the frame. Again. Should have been 1-0 West Ham. God, too loud. I'm sorry. It was a really good chance for West. Son complaining too loud. There was no offsides. I mean, because it takes a deflection, but great. It was a great opportunity. Leno was beat. Again, it's that finishing. But the thing with Harry Wilson is you have to be able to get the ball to Harry Wilson in a great spot. And sadly, the people who do that is that help to do that is Awobi, Bassi, and Chukwueze. When you have more than one threat, then it really does give you a better opportunity to get a chance to poach or to open up and have some more options. Bowen, great job by by Robinson. However, it does get booted out, and it's going to be a throw in for West Ham. West Ham has definitely last 5 minutes have been the better team. Crossed into the box, tried to get it to Callum Wilson. He can't get a foot on it. It's going to be a goal kick for Fulham. But if and I'm not the biggest fantasy player. I'm sucking my league right now. I dropped to third place, but I would take Wilson out of the lineup until Afcon is over with, or unless there are some transfers. Pass Bowen Robinson does a great job. Bowen still has possession. Bowen tries to find Lucas. Lucas is can't get to it. It's gonna be, but he does keep it in play. Knock. Harry Wilson, great. Oh man, again, this is scrappy. It's a scrappy game, but still no score and no subs. Okay, we're now in the 60. We're approaching the 68th minute. I think you have to now. You all right? Josh King's gonna come on. And a fresh set of legs. Like I think again, I know you don't have a strike. You really don't have anyone striking except Jimenez, but it's getting the ball to him. And Jimenez, because there is no Awobi and there is no Calvin Bassey, has been forced to play more defensively. And if you notice, it's like Anderson's had to come up and play more. Lukic has had to come up and play more. I mean, Lukic scored. Lucas scored in the in the Newcastle game. Cross into the box by Robinson, easily dealt with. West Ham on the break. Gets it Calvin Wilson. There is a flag, and it is an offsides. Fulham is doing a great job keeping the line. And Josh King is going to come in. And he's coming in for Kevin. Thank you. Of course, Kevin's disappointing. Let's not even sugarcoat that. Like there's no, there's no sugarcoating it. That was that was disappointing from Kevin. So Josh King is in. Silva easily go Anderson. Yeah, this has definitely been Smith Rowe. Gets it out to Lukic. Lukic trying to find Anthony Robinson. We have some people in the box, but it's easily intercepted. Tete tried to get to it, can't do it. He gets it to Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson on the break. Callum Wilson with the shot. And it slides right. I think Leno had it, but again, this has been West Ham's half. I mean, Kawenka and Anderson, they hold him, they force that angle. And right now, that's the only reason this is not 1-0 West Ham right now. This game should honestly be something like 3-1 West Ham, or at least 1-1. But it's been the finishing has not been great. But both keepers, Leno and Areola, have been excellent. Lukic into the box. Lukic was trying to be fancy, but there was no one there for him to be fancy too. Anthony Robinson to Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe. Back to Lukic. Gets it back out to Cuenca. Tete to Cuenca. Edge of the box is Raul and Tete. Trying to find someone to get to. Raul was calling for it, but there's no way to get to him. Anderson gets it to Smith Rowe. Intercepted by West Ham. Great slide by Tete. Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson trying to get into the box. Passes it back out to Tete. Tete tried for the cross. And West Ham's able to prevent the corner. It's going to be a throw in for Fulham. And unfortunately, because I have somewhere in 90B in an hour, I did not drink the whole Guinness, but I did finish that. It's not bad. It's something I'm going to have to play with. Because, of course, no one gets it the first time. I'm going to have to play with it. I'm not the biggest fan of nutmeg, but the nutmeg, I do like this. I do like the smell of nutmeg. I think it may just be the texture, considering it's a little bit more compared to cinnamon. But even though it's not technically Boxing Day, this is still a Boxing Day fixture. And one of the things that I traditionally do is I have some Wolka's shortbread. I'm sorry while this throw is happening. We're going to have an ASMR moment. Tate. Wilson's able to get to it. Crossed by Josh King, but West Ham deals with it. West Ham's now on the run. Bowen. Wilson with the shot. Wilson, it's over. Over the bar. Yeah, West Ham has definitely looked a lot more threatening with Callum Wilson. And Callum Wilson, one thing I'm noticing, Callum Wilson compared to everyone else on West Ham, it's like we know how to step, we know how to stay on side. But Anthony Robinson also had a foot on that, so it would have been, so yeah, no offsides there. Unfortunately, there has not much else to say. Brighton's able to get one back against Arsenal. Harry Wilson, Smith Rowe to Tete. Smith Rowe behind, but Tete's going to go straight into it. Handball. Handball. Lukic was okay. It looks like it goes off the bicep, between the bicep and the shoulder. But yeah, he's not trying. But the defender for West Ham is not trying to touch it. I think that would have been really Lukic. Try for the cross. Kilman gets it out. It's gonna be a Fulham corner. 15 minutes left in the game plus stoppage time, which right now I'd only see about 2 minutes because there's only been one sub from each team. Wilson, King, who tries to get something going, nothing happens. It could be a throw in for Fulham. And to slow things down, it looks Tobito went down, limping a little bit. Once again, thanks for anyone who's watching. This is Jonas Brasco with Up the Fulham. And thanks for everyone's, oh my gosh, 385. 385 views. I have 8 people in the chat. This is the best so far that I've ever had. So I want to thank everyone who's been watching. Hopefully, you guys just weren't watching just to see me drink alcohol, because that's not something I'm going to make a habit of. In any case, it's going to be chat is active, even though it's not on the screen. I do have an active chat. Tete, try to find somebody. West Ham deals with it. Trying to find. Man, Callum Wilson has really, really been dangerous. I have no reason. I don't know if it's a fitness thing, but he should have started this game for West Ham. He's did a great job of staying on side. Like they have not had a single offsides since Callum Wilson came into the game. Yeah, Josh King gets it out to Robinson. Try Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe trying to get the cross. Areola gets it. Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson gets slightly tripped. Maintains possession. Fulham again. Great job with the possession. Catch Wilson. Smith Rowe, but there's no one there. Back to Anderson, and Anderson gets intercepted. Anderson with a great tackle, but still, West Ham with the run. Walker Peters. Great. Kawinka tries with the interception. Lucas and Fulham just a great job defensively. They could not. They Wilson could not find a way to get to that ball. I mean, right now, yeah, Callum Wilson and Bowden are definitely the big threats. It's like everyone else is just it's not there. Bowen gets intercepted. Sasha Lucas with the ball. Looks like he was trying to find it, trying to find Smith Rowe. Nothing happening. Tete. Pass to Jimenez was trying to free up Wilson. Yeah, and that's the thing. Jimenez is not a strong passer. That's where you have your Iwobi. That's where you have your Chukwueze. That's when you have your Calvin Bassey. Yeah, still, even if this ends up in a draw, 3 games away unbeaten is amazing for Fulham. It's been a long time since they've had like an away that's an actual good away form. And this would only be Fulham. Fulham doesn't draw a lot of games. This would only be their third draw. But we're not gonna jump that far yet. After all, we haven't hit the 90th minute yet. 90th minute is Fulhamish time, which means anything can happen. Usually it's against Fulham, but you never know. Boxing Day last year, we had some magic in the 95th minute with Muniz scoring and giving Fulham their first win at Stamford Bridge in nearly 50 years. Smith Rowe, trying. And again, West Ham just trying to rush up that middle. Josh King. Right now, it's just Josh King, Harry Wilson, and Jimenez. Jimenez, it's definitely clear that he needs to come out. It's a he's tired. It's frustrating. I mean, it's clearly just not. It's clearly not working out for him. And looks like West Ham is getting ready to make a substitution. Tete cross into the box. Back to Josh King. Josh King running, sends in the cross. Tete gets to it again. Great defense. West Ham. Josh King just slides it. Flag goes up. But that's one thing that's been great. Finally follow up the shot. You follow up the shot, you're going to get more opportunities. Even if you get the offsides, you're showing them that you're aggressive. And it looks like it's going to be a double change. Captain Planet's coming in and Socek as well. But first, full Castagna coming in for Tete, like for like. And then Tom Carney coming in for Smith Rowe. For all it's worth, Smith Rowe has had a pretty good game, but Tom Carney is better with the ball. So there's no surprise there. Tom Carney is better with the ball, so there's no surprise about that substitution. So give me just a second and we will update all substitutions. And again, we will do. We're gonna do the Fulham subs first, real quick. In the meantime, paying attention to the game. There's Anthony Robinson trying to get it up to Fulham side. Trent was Bowden stuck with it, and Josh King trying to keep it in. Slide by Walker Peters. And for the first time, you can actually hear the crowd when come on Fulham. And sorry about that, Josh King. I did not know King still had them. Yeah, it definitely is. Tom Kearney, Robertson, Jimenez, great. I think Ariola again with the save. Like I said, Robinson's slowly but surely getting the fitness back. Cuenca gets out to Castagna. Back to Harry Wilson. Back out to Anderson. Anderson trying to find Jimenez. Breaks for Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson into the box. Dealt with very well, but Harry Wilson gets it back. 2. Raul Jimenez. Raul Jimenez. And just like that. And just like that. Finally. 5 minutes left. Great job. Wilson. It's reflected. Again, Wilson follows it back up. He's off. He's onside. So while Harry Wilson may not got a goal, Harry Wilson is going to get an assist. And apologies. And just like that, finally, Fulham gets one on the board. Liverpool's holding on 2-1 as well. Issa Diop is going to come in for Sasha Lukic. Fulham, can we get some insurance? Harry Wilson, finds Robinson. Jimenez is in the box. Goes back to Josh King. Josh King is able to recover. I mean, again, it's nothing against 1-0 wins. It's just, again, when I say, key to Fulham winning the game, score 2 goals. You score 2 goals, most likely you win the game. Your defense is strong enough. And they've indicated already there'll be 4 minutes of stoppage. We're just going to go ahead and put that on the board really, really quickly. West Ham. Was trying to get out the goals. Fulham knocks it out, so now it's going to be a throw for West Ham. Again, we are. If it was if again Fulham had 2 goals, I feel a lot better about this. Beyond that, we're not going to jump ahead to anything else. Bournemouth gets one back on Brentford. It's 3-1 still. Arsenal still leading 2-1 on Brighton. Liverpool still leading Wolves 2-1. Great job by Diop. Still, still some scrambling. The scramble is real. And again, there's 4 minutes and there's 4 nervous minutes. This is going to be 4 nervous minutes. Once again, for everyone who's watching, I really do appreciate it. This is Jonas Brasco with Up the Fulham. Like West Ham, it really is go. Even if you lose, you got to go at it. You have to go. And I don't know why this isn't happening. But yes, if I'm West Ham, I'm going. Doesn't matter. Bowen, nice. Koenka with a nice sliding tackle. It stays in bounds, but now West Ham gives it away. That was Jared Bowden who knocks it out. And once again, Fulham can just kill some time. 92nd minute. And they're showing the fans starting to head for the exits. Josh King holding it. Josh King was trying to find Tom Carney, but it is knocked out. They're going to give it to West Ham. West Ham with the throw in. The crowd that's there, they still hoping to get something. Even without a win, just to get something. Fulham trying to hold on. Murphy goes down because of Diop. Ball comes out. It's going to be a throw in again. 93rd minute now. Dealt with really well. Tom Carney finds Josh King. King just heading towards the byline, just trying to get it out. West Ham gets it back. Josh King, foul, yellow card. Professional. I mean, it's a professional foul. There's no other way to sugarcoat that. But that's actually, to be fair, Josh King has mellowed out a lot since that disallowed goal against Chelsea at the beginning of the season. He's become a lot more disciplined. West Ham trying to create. They're saying, "Can they create one more chance?" I don't want them to create a chance. Nice cross into the box. Once again, another offsides for West Ham. Oh wow, more now they are. Now it is a. It literally is just a. mm, they're just rushing way towards the end now. It's like we're like, screw this, we're going home. And the whistle goes off. Yes, West Ham. And that's and yeah, I know people are leaving, but it's all good. I really appreciate everyone who came in. Great victory for Fulham to end 2025. Yeah, we may be out of the cup, but at the same time, it's 3 points. It is three much needed points for Fulham. I'm taking a deep breath because anytime it's just a 1-0 game, it's nerve wracking. It's definitely nerve wracking because it's like, just give me one more goal. Just give me two goals, please. And it just doesn't happen enough. I wish it did, but it just doesn't. But that's all she. I mean, hey, that's all she wrote. Fulham won. West Ham nil. We're gonna run down some final scores from some of the other matches hmm, because that's gonna because some of these other ones are gonna determine how this all ends. Liverpool Wolves still 2-1. There's 5 minutes of stoppage. That one should be coming to an end. Burnley Everton. There's 6 minutes of stoppage there. Still nothing between both sides. Brentford Bournemouth. That is wow. That's has 6 minutes. And oh, Petrovic. I hope you did not have him in your fantasy team if you're Bournemouth because he gets an own goal. But yeah, Sade gets the brace. Semenyo gets one. That actually helps my fantasy. And like I said, Brighton was able to get one back. 5 minutes. That one has just ended. Another own goal. Rutter got one. Okay, he's not in my fantasy. So Arsenal holding on again by the skin of their teeth. Nearly all games are over, so let's take a look at the table real quick. With their win, Arsenal still two up on Man City. West Ham currently in 18th. It just depends on it. If something happens in that Burnley game, if something happens, then they'll drop to 19th. Bournemouth drops down. It's 15th, so they're tied with Spurs, but it's a goal differential that makes the case. Fulham, as they stand, would are tied with Brentford. No, Brentford actually their game is over with, so they Brentford moves up to eighth. Crystal Palace, depending on the score, Fulham can move up to ninth. But as things stand, Fulham, Brentford, Crystal Palace, eighth, ninth, and 10th are all tied at 26 points. And now all games are final. Even though Harry Wilson did not score, Harry Wilson gets an assist. So if that's who you had in your fantasy, you're going to get something out of this. The Chelsea Villa game happens in a little more than 30 minutes. That should be fun. But next match, New Year's, will be at Selhurst. It will be Crystal Fulham at Crystal Palace, which Fulham has struggled with, but it would be great to go into and then have a 4-game away winning streak. And also just Fulham's away record. Like with this one, 3 wins on literally their last 3 road games, that away games, that's where their wins came from. 3 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw. 10 points on the road. Home record, 5 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. Grand total, it's 8 wins, 26 points. Again, already better than last year at this point. And while that may be hard to believe, it's just good to keep in mind moving forward. Instant reaction, much needed win. I mean, if that was it for Traore, definitely we definitely wish him the best. I don't want to I don't want to push that narrative, but if that is the case, that is the case. There's just nothing else to say about that. But yeah, if you're a West Ham fan, you're not as bad off as you may think you are. Because again, your next fixtures outside of the Brighton, you have Wolves, you have Nottingham Forest, you have Spurs, and depending on how much you care about your cup tie, you got QPR, which I will definitely be cheering for you against QPR. I'm not even going to sugarcoat that. I never want QPR to be successful. But I want to thank everyone who was in the stream. Best stream I've had so far. I know this. That means there were quite a few West Ham fans who came in, and I don't be the I'm not that person. Like, don't forget to like and subscribe. But in this case, you want to see more Fulham action? We have it for you here. Once again, thanks for everything. Fulham won. Raul Jimenez goal. West Ham nil. Stuck in 18th. They are definitely in trouble, but it's definitely not over for them yet. And I think they can. I think depending on the transfer window, I think they can honestly get. I think 9 points out of January will put them in. Oh well, actually they have the Brighton game, but I think 9 points in January will put them in a really good place. In the meantime, for Fulham, I have not looked at their games other than the Palace game, and I know we get Middlesbrough in the cup. But it's gonna be Crystal Palace, Liverpool, Chelsea, Leeds, Leeds, and one more time, Leeds. then Brighton, and then on February 1st, Manchester United. So that's how that. So that's gonna be Fulham's schedule. We'll list that momentarily, but once again, I want to thank everyone. Much needed. Jimenez. I'm glad he was able. 2 goals last 2 games. One from the penalty spot. One with a wonderful header. But it's and yeah, okay, because of that, yeah, they gave Jimenez man of the match. And we have a Leeds fan saying, "Done us a massive favor today. Up the Fulham. Thank you, thank you." It was. I will say this. It was a difficult match. I'm not surprised by any means that it was going to be 1-0. I didn't see West Ham scoring until Callum Wilson came in. Like that was easily he gave them their best chance. Bowden had some good chances, but if you had Areola in your fantasy, even though he gave up a goal, he's still going to get a lot of points. He made some great saves. That kick save, which was like literally that kick sliding save, and that was like really last minute. That was really last minute. And you were absolutely right because not just with Forest and West Ham, you still have that six. You have that 6 point cushion. You have that 6 point cushion, so that's good. But if nothing else, I'm definitely going to wish you the best. I definitely wish you the best of luck against Sunderland. Anything that happens tomorrow, the last thing you need is for that goal differential to go down any further. You actually, for what it's worth, with a -7 goal differential compared to everyone else around you, that's in a really good place. With Bournemouth, I'm actually surprised. I would have said Bournemouth was in a better position, but they got crushed by Brentford 4-1, which I was not expecting. I really thought that Bournemouth would have given them a better game. But yeah, definitely up the Fulham. Now in 10th, some momentum, and I'm like literally as things stand, next New Year's is gonna be a 6 point. I will, and definitely best of luck against against Sutherland. Unfortunately, I had my drink already, but still, cheers. And for everyone, we will be back on New Year's, my time, which will be. I completely forgot. I actually completely forgot. It will be 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, U.S. Once again, Fulham pulls off last minute, but a win is a win. Raul Jimenez, great header in the box. And just like that, Fulham, middle of the table, 10th, literally 3 goals behind Crystal Palace. And depending on what happens next week, I'm not going to be. And this is why I want Leeds to win. I definitely want Leeds to win, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. Because depending on what happens on New Year's, Fulham can jump up to 7th, maybe even 6th, depending on the Man United game or even the Chelsea game. But I'm not thinking Europe yet. Right now, I'm thinking about safety. And considering 26 points going into the new year, we're not really talking relegation now. Now we are talking Europe because we are literally 3 points away from Europe. We're 3 points away from Europe, 6 points away from Champions League. So all I can say is up the Fulham. It's time for the run backs.